welcome back to this episode of the Cooking Rights Podcast. We are your hosts, and we are getting down to the final days of the NHL season, which just means that the off season for us non-existent. No, nothing. Maybe a bit in June there, where we can kind of work out some time maybe to not do anything.
Just relax, not worry about our team sucking.
Stuff to talk about, but like the combines in June, pretty much, and like the draft is at the end of July or beginning of July, and CHL playoffs will still be going on. Like, yep, we're just not gonna get a break. Not gonna get a break. But that's fine because we have lots to talk about. In terms of CHL playoffs and stuff. But first we'll start with U18. So obviously they started over the weekend. Yeah, and things are going just about as we expected them. Team USA is steamrolling the rest of the competition as expected. Team Canada sucks outside of... Okay, I shouldn't say sucks. They are mediocre outside of Fantilli and Bedard.
I think the worst part about Canada being bad is the fact that we knew they were going to be bad.
Yeah. The fact that we knew they were going to be bad, but I was still like, oh. Like, when I saw them take
yeah! It was like, okay, like, I knew the US was going to steamroll us, but then I saw them steamroll us, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, like, I thought it was still going to be, like, a close game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because, like, even here they sent, like, Dylan Cousins and, like, Peyton Krebs and their merry band of men. Like, they still played a tight game against the US for the most part.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, like...
And, like, that US team obviously was, well...
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah, but I was personally just shocked at how badly they played. They just didn't have a game.
Yeah.
They didn't really have any systems, anything. Like,
which is probably because they didn't name the team until like 3 days before the tournament.
They practiced together once. They said on the broadcast they practiced together literally once.
Yeah, like you can't blame a team for not having systems when they've literally only practiced one time.
Mm-hmm.
Which was probably also the first time they all met as well.
Yeah, except for some of them. Except for Adam and Connor, which, like, low-key, now it makes sense. Now it all makes sense. It's like all the good players will, like, know how to play on teams together. But yeah, they look really bad outside of Bedard and Fantilli. And I'm, like, low-key just begging for the coaches to, like, switch up Fantilli's line mates.
Yeah.
His line mates are really... Like, what bothers me the most is that I feel like this team just doesn't know where to go.
Yeah, like I feel like individually the players are fine, but together they just...
Yeah, they just create, like, a bad product on the ice. Because I think they don't know each other well enough to know where everyone's going to be at what time.
Yeah.
So, like, passes are missing. You're seeing turnovers. You're seeing players bump into each other for, like, no reason. We saw so much of that in the USA game. And it's just like, oh, like, chill. Like, this is just how it's gonna be then. Like, you're just not gonna know where to go. And, like, the power play is so bad, too. Like, the power play, it's just, no one knows where to pass. And I think by the end, Connor and Adam kind of just low-key figured out if they just pass to each other,
it'll be fine.
They'll be fine. They'll be totally okay. But, like, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm hoping the Czech game will be better. I can't watch it, but I'm hoping it will be better. Hopefully. And, hoping that we get a good, easy quarters matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, I expected USA to get gold anyways. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna win.
I can just kind of cheer for Captain Rutger.
Captain Rutger. Yes.
Captain Rutger. 2-time Captain Rutger. First time ever in U18 history.
Yeah.
I learned that today. Which, like, proud of him. The new boy. But yeah. And, I mean, I'm not real. I can tell you who I'm, like, impressed with, I guess. I like Fantilli, and I like Bedard.
Yeah, but
I think Goyette's having a really good tournament, too. He had, like, a couple points against Germany, and he was really solid.
Goyette's been good, but, like, the guys who are expected to be good have been good.
Yeah. Players I was not impressed with, Spencer Soba. That unnecessary 5-minute major.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
And he wears an egg, which is just great. I haven't liked Master Domenico at all. He feels like this year's Guillaume Richard. Do you remember him? From the U18s last year?
It was. Yeah. I was like, oh, he was the guy that, like, you just would not trust on the ice. Ever.
You just couldn't trust him. And that's how I feel about Master Domenico. Honestly, I really liked the guy from St. Andrews. But they took him out in the second game for some reason. Which I don't know why. He played really well the first game.
I don't know. Coaches are weird.
Coaching? Team Canada? Imagine.
Imagine having a good Team Canada coach not named Andre Tournier.
Not named Andre Tournier, absolutely. And I'm not annoyed with some of the stuff he did. Yeah. Like, for example, that time he like kicked Kirby and Dylan out of practice for arriving late.
I don't know.
Arriving exactly on time.
Hockey players are weird. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's odd, but whatever. I'm over it. But yeah, I don't know. I also hate Craig Button's play-by-play. Or, like, color commentary, I guess.
We don't talk about Craig. Craig makes
He was hyping Adam up so much, and even I was like, ew. Like, stop talking about Adam, please.
You just wanted to shut
I can't have you saying these things.
He was like, oh, I remember when he said, like, yeah, I've never seen the US goalie play before.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've never seen him play before.
I've never seen him play before.
That team totally does not have a bunch of extremely highly rated prospects that I should be scouting as a part of my job.
Why do you think he put Rutger outside of the first round?
You know, I'm starting to think he ranked the US guys based on, like, the US lines. I feel like he looked at, like, the line chart and was like, okay.
Yeah. I honestly just think that sometimes he just doesn't know what he's saying. Like, first of all, the US goalie wasn't even good that game.
No, Canada just sucked.
Canada put, like, 3 goals went in on 16 shots. That's not a good save. That's like an 890 something.
Yeah, Canada just kind of sucked.
Yeah, Canada just kind of, like, whiffed. Like, it wasn't because he was good. Yeah, it's an 8.13. Which, that's not good at all. That's not a good save percentage. And he didn't really have to work, like, that hard.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like, I feel like Canada's goalies have had to work so much harder. And they both kind of suck so far. So I have no idea what's going to happen. Honestly, at this point. Ari, I know you didn't watch, but do you have any thoughts on, like, if you're rooting for Team USA this tournament, Team Canada?
I mean, I feel like as a American, I forgot how to speak. I have to root for Team USA. I don't really know. I haven't rooted for Team USA in like 2 years, so we'll see.
I haven't rooted for Team USA in 2 years.
Episode title. Episode title. I haven't rooted for Team USA in 2 years. That's facts, yeah.
That's a mood.
That's a mood, yeah. I was really impressed, like, on the US side. Freaking Isaac Howard. Where did he come from?
He's always been just annoyingly good, but like subtly annoyingly
Minnesota
good.
Duluth.
Yeah, which is why I don't like him.
Comment. Yeah. Logan Cooley has been he's been Logan Cooley, and I worry about that because Shane Wright hasn't exactly looked exceptional in the OHL playoffs so far, and
But
every time
I
Logan
think
Cooley
that's a
does
Kingston
well,
thing.
I worry about Shane.
Shane will be fine, okay? It's not his fault the Francs just kind of...
So much.
The Francs are just not very good, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I've
But,
watched...
like, they've been winning. He just hasn't really been, like, contributing. Because I guess they're, like, shutting him down effectively.
Yeah.
You
know who hasn't been winning? The Ottawa 67s.
I saw that. We'll talk about that. Just let me wrap up the U18s. So yeah, the next couple games are like pretty like obviously tomorrow is important for the standings, but then we'll go into the prelims and then we'll probably get to the semis. Honestly, if we get like a bronze medal out of this, just because Connor and Adam say like
I will take a 4th place finish.
I'll take 3rd place finish.
I would take making it to the semis. I would take that.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I agree. Making it to the semis in general would be just like perfect.
Yeah, 4th place sounds bad because it sounds you lost 3rd place game, but like making it to the semis, yeah. I can take that.
Yeah, making it to the semis, 50% of the teams move on because there are only 8 teams. Cat.
Well, so my synchronized figure skating team once finished 3rd, and we celebrated. There were only 4 teams, but so
yeah. Other people who impressed me, obviously Rutgers been great.
Rutgers been so good.
Rutgers been so good. I like Nazar.
I always thought it was Nazar. And then I turned on the USA game and they were like, Frank Nazar. No.
Nazar. Like nasal.
Yeah, like nasal. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
He's going to Michigan.
Yes. I liked Seamus Casey.
Yes. He's also going to Michigan.
I liked Hunter,
we still can't pronounce his last name,
but also going to Michigan. I liked him
all
too.
The UMich boys have been good.
Yeah. I didn't like how only comments of Minnesota school scored against Team Canada.
I pointed that out, I think, on Twitter, and it's...
Yeah.
We don't talk about it.
It was Howard 4 times.
Howard,
Chesley.
Lucius, Cooley.
Chesley, Cooley. Yikes. I also thought Cruz Lucius looked good.
Yeah.
But that's only because he's Chaz's brother.
Yeah.
Only because of that. In terms of the other teams, everyone's doing like pretty much where they're expected to be. Sweden is the only one that had like a really big upset loss. They lost to Latvia, which like Latvia, guys.
Canada also lost.
And they were down 2-1, I think, in their game against. I was gonna say the Slovaks, but they're not here. Which team was it? I can't even remember, but they were down in their game. Their last game, and they came back. But yeah, Sweden's been winning for some reason.
Yeah,
like not as bad as last year, but they've been low key Swedening their way into things, and I'm here for it because if we bump into them in the semis, Connor Bedard can just doopsie-doopsie-doo and do his little thing. And
Connor will pull an otter.
after already pulling an otter.
Connor has pulled so many otters.
Okay, do you realize that, like, no one but, like, who is gonna know what pulling an otter is? But he has. He's pulled, like, several otters.
People, this seems sounds so weird out of context.
Yeah. But he has pulled so many otters, and I'm so proud of him. Like father, like son. You know? And Connor is now leading point scorer all time in Canadian history.
Of course he is.
At the U18s. With
Oh, of
19
course.
points in 9 games. Do you know how many Matt Barzal had like 14 and like 16 games? That's how good Connor Bedard is. He's played 9 games. And he has 5 points already this tournament, I'm pretty sure. Which is exciting. Also, I'm gonna need Adam to like pick it up.
Yeah,
He only has like 2 points.
Adam needs to get better lining.
Adam needs better. I agree. His linings kind of suck.
Yeah.
Like, well, they just don't know where to go.
Yeah,
They just don't know where to go, like, when he's trying to, like, set stuff up. Like,
he
tried to do, like...
He's, like
a stupid spinorama the other day.
Too good for him, you know? Like, I feel like they aren't used to playing, like, with like, Adam level.
Yeah. Even the guy that plays with him on the steel, I don't think they play on the same court.
Yeah. So it's, like, doesn't really
work. Like, the fact that Adam tried to pull a spinorama pass in the first game, and it didn't work. In the second game, he did it again, and it worked because it was Connor. That should show you something.
Yeah.
Also, that goal should be in highlight reels forever and ever. Amen.
Yes. Forever and ever and ever.
And Connor's little shush Sully. Him shushing the German crowd.
And that's such an otter thing.
That's such an otter thing to do. But, like, I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like he has a sass going this tournament.
Yeah.
He's realizing that it's gonna be him and Adam. It's gonna be him and Adam carrying this entire team.
It's very much giving Brennan Othman vibes, is all I'm saying.
It's giving Flint Brennan Othman vibes.
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, that's like pretty much all I have for the tournament. We should maybe talk about captains. We were right. It was Connor, Adam, and some other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spencer Silva. We talked about him earlier. Got a 5-minute major assessed and game misconduct, and he might get suspended. We have no idea. But yeah, that's pretty much it for U18s. Obviously, the tournament goes, and I think by the time that we record the next podcast, the games will be over. It's really sad.
I feel like it's going by so fast. Like last year's U18s did not go by this fast, did they?
I think maybe they did, but like I was at home for like most of them, so like, and maybe I felt like they didn't go by as fast. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like last year U18s were like,
it was long.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's because Shane was like out and we were so internally worried about him.
Yeah.
That we were just like, oh, games? No,
Shane Wright? Where is Shane Wright?
Where is Shane Wright? Team Canada cannot lose another captain.
Literally. I think we were all just like spent the entire tournament so like scared that like World Juniors were repeating themselves.
Exactly. Now I'm like, bro, there's no way it's gonna repeat itself because they're not gonna get to the final anyway. So I'm like not worried.
Yeah.
Which I guess is good. Can't wait for the US to win. Rutger, my captain. Oh, captain, my captain.
Yeah. We stand Rutger.
We stand Rutger and literally no one else.
Yeah.
But that's it for U18s. Moving on. kind of we talked a little bit about like our hectic summer that we're gonna have. But we finally do have dates for hlinka and World Juniors. So we're having hlinka from July 31st to August 6th in Red Deer, and then World Juniors is from August 9th to 20th in Edmonton.
Yes.
Which like, yay, doesn't coincide with each other. So maybe Connor will low-key just hop down to U18s as preparation for World Juniors.
Well, only Connor would do that.
Only Connor has like jumped around several levels at this point. Loki skipped U18s. But yeah, maybe he'll go down there and like prep. Who knows? Good to have those dates. Obviously, we'll see a lot of what the 2023 draft class has to offer at hlinka.
They scare me.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing Callum. Oh my god, what's his name?
I don't know.
On the Oshawa Generals.
I don't know.
Callum. His name's Callum something. His name is Callum something, and I'm blanking.
Richie.
Callum Ritchie, thank you. Callum Ritchie. We're gonna be seeing Quentin Musty on the US side, because the US never brings their best roster to hlinka.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seeing, oh god, what's the other kid from Sudbury? There are a bunch of OHL guys.
A lot of OHL
I know,
guys.
that's scary. Yeah, Zach Benson will be there. A couple other guys, and it'll be fun. It'll be a fun tournament. I'm excited to see it because, yeah, the last hlinka we had low-key ended in like a bad way. Jamie and Fetz and Quentin all losing to Russia and Matej Michkov.
Was Michkov there?
Michkov was there.
I don't
I'm
remember.
pretty sure Michkov was there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, but oh well. Hopefully we will get a better hlinka this year because the Russians are also still won't be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, like a really interesting note. Ivan Miroshnichenko was at U18s. He was talking to scouts apparently.
Yeah.
In Germany. So interesting that he's there. Interesting that he's the only member there. Like,
I'm glad that
he's like recovering in Germany, but
glad that he's like feeling good enough to be there as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, but it's intriguing to me. He's the only one there because I would assume there's another guy that's getting treated in Germany as well at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, Miroshnichenko's obviously always expressed a desire to come to the U.S. And Loki, he got his visa rejected, so he couldn't. But if it weren't for his, his like circumstances, he probably would be going higher than most other Russian players. But yeah, everything's done now, I guess, with like international.
It's been kind of boring.
Sorry?
Like there hasn't been much going on.
Yeah, other than U18 stuff.
Yeah.
Hockey Canada announced your coaches and training camp dates for World Juniors Challenge. Not like they would, because they're whatever USA Hockey does, like I don't know. Let's say like USA Hockey announces something at the beginning of the month. By end of month, Hockey Canada will be announcing it.
Yeah.
Like they do things like 3 weeks slower than USA Hockey every single time, and it's so confusing.
It's so annoying as well. Because like USA Hockey will announce something, will be like, okay, the announcement from Hockey Canada has to be coming soon, right? And then
we wait.
It doesn't come soon because
and wait forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And we get nothing. Of course we do. Yeah, and so moving on, I guess, to kind of more NHL stuff, NHL, CHL, all that. So we have the dates for the NHL Draft Lottery to be held. That will be on May
17th, I think?
I'm pretty sure May 10th.
Okay, I don't know where 17th came from.
Yeah, May 10th, which is coming up really soon. The Habs keep tanking. Keep tanking, Habs. Keep tanking. They're now behind the Arizona Coyotes, and I need them to, like, keep going. Because, obviously, I need them to keep going. For shame's sake, please send Logan Cooley to Arizona. I would love that. I would smile so much if Logan Cooley ended up getting drafted by Arizona. Like, wouldn't that just be hilarious?
Oh my god, life would be so much better like that.
Life would be amazing. And like, and like, then we could have Seattle with like the third pick, and they could pick like good other good players, and like Logan Cooley would be the only one who has to suffer. Like, it'd be great. Oh, yeah, where was I? The dates. It'd be great if Logan Cooley got sent to Arizona. That'd be great. Other players wouldn't have to suffer.
Yeah.
And obviously then we have the draft. It's gonna be held on the 7th and 8th of July, which would be great because that's like right after like everything, and then free agency is on the 10th, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Which will be so fun. So fun. Such a fun summer for us, guys. We're gonna go straight from like draft to World Juniors predictions.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
And it's gonna be so great. And we have the Men's World Championship coming up soon. We have the Men's World Championship literally coming up like the days of the draft lottery. Do you realize this?
Yeah.
And like the fact that we're gonna have Adam on the team, and like we're gonna have to try and figure out if Owen's gonna be there. Like, man,
the trying to figure out who's going to be there is going to be the death of me.
It's gonna be like chess. But yeah, that's it for like the draft lottery, like the dates and stuff. But obviously we have the odds still, and so like I was saying, Habs keep tanking, please, because if they keep tanking and finish last place in the NHL, they will have an 18.5% chance of getting the first overall pick.
And right now they are last.
Right now they are last. We are hoping they stay last. Because the second overall pick, they would have, like, they only have, like, the second lowest ranked team, I mean, would only have a 13.5% chance of getting the first overall pick.
Yeah.
And teams can only move up a limit of 10 spots this summer.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting.
Which means only the bottom 10 teams have a shot at the first overall pick.
The bottom 11, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah. Have a shot at the first overall. And, interestingly, teams, like, in 16 or, like, 15, like Vegas. I'm manifesting that it's Vegas. Or Vegas's pick, because Buffalo has it, can only move up to 6. And it's very highly unlikely that they do so. Which is great for us. It's so amazing for us. I was thinking about it today. Like, what if we, like, traded Vegas back their pick for Caden Korczak? I want Caden Korczak so badly on the Buffalo Sabres. He would be a perfect partner for Owen. You don't understand. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, Caden Korczak would be such a good, like, D partner for Owen. Because he's right-handed, right?
Yeah.
And, like, he would just play so well with Owen. And, like, because Caden's so defensive and Owen can just do whatever he wants.
And, like, Caden can actually cover for him and not, like, say that he's covering even though he actually kind of sucks at defending.
Exactly. He'd just be, like, the perfect partner for Owen. And I was also thinking about, like, how we could get Briss. maybe somehow save him from Vegas. Although I think he likes it there. I
Yeah.
don't know how I feel about that.
He's American. And I think it might.
He likes it because it's Vegas. He doesn't like the team. He likes it because it's Vegas.
Yeah. It's Vegas, you know?
It's Briss's style.
Vegas, if you had to describe Brendan Brisson with a city, it would be Vegas.
It would be Vegas, but Boards would also be Vegas. So,
Yeah. Boards and Briss are Vegas.
Yeah, well, it's a little convenient. It's a little convenient for...
We don't...
Yeah.
Not here.
No, not here. But we'll just, we all know what we're talking about. You all know what we're talking about.
If you know,
We're
you
just gonna
know.
say it. If you know, you know. The girls that get it.
Get it.
Yeah. And so, back to the draft lottery. It's gonna be interesting to see who gets the first overall pick.
Habs have the best
Habs.
shot. I'm just saying. Pain
The Habs really deserve
for
it.
Shane. And it's gonna be in Montreal anyways. Like, how perfect would that be?
It would be perfect, but Gary Bettman hates Canadian teams.
Yeah.
The likelihood of him going to Seattle is like more and more likely. And you know what? I wouldn't hate it. Him and Maddie can be friends.
Him and Maddie can stop being lonely.
Yeah, they can be besties. Although they're so similar. They're such similar people. I don't know if they would be besties. You know?
They're like the same person though.
They literally are.
Oh,
but no, Maddie's more for that. He does things for the boys.
Yeah.
Shane doesn't do things for the boys. Shane does things for Otter.
Shane does things for
everyone.
Shane does things for certain boys.
Certain boys. He wouldn't do things for Owen. He'd do things for Otter.
Yeah.
Questionable if he'd do things for Brant.
It depends on the thing though with Brant.
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
It depends on the day Brant asks. He'd do things for Connor.
Yeah. Connor's like his child. Of course he would.
Of course he would. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the NHL draft lottery. So hopefully we'll see who ends up winning.
Habs first overall pick, please.
Yeah, Habs first overall pick. Now we have to move on to the CHL updates. There's a lot because the playoffs are going on right now, so we have a lot to cover there. But first off, just general updates. We have the Saginaw Spirit winning the OHL draft lottery. And man, Sag's gonna be good next year.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Josh Bloom. Lennox is gonna probably be back. Like, they're just gonna have so much, and they know the thing I'm confident with Saginaw is that they know how to build a good team.
Yeah, they just need players to build with.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't doubt in like a year, by the end of like, if they do get Misa, if they do end up getting Michael Misa, by the end of his eligibility, they will be a playoff. No,
yeah.
They might even be a playoff team next year if they can play their cards right.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have traded Adam Fantilli away.
Adam's gonna go to Michigan anyways, right?
But they could have tried to convince him. They convinced Cole Perfetti.
It's different though. Cole grew up in the GTHL, and he was playing it.
So did Adam.
But Adam has been with the Steel for this is his second year.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And
Adam is kind of Americanized, right? But Cole was he chose college out because of school, not because of anything else, right? I feel like Adam chose college because obviously school, but also a lot of because in the U.S. colleges it's like a cultural thing as well.
Yeah, for sure.
It's different.
Obviously. But I also mean they also somehow grabbed Owen. Owen, although I think his thing was because of the late birthday thing.
Yeah.
I think he was like, I can't sit here and wait for like
Yeah.
the O to just suddenly decide. Like, because he would have to play like 3 years in the O before he was draft eligible.
Yeah.
16, 17, and 18 year. He's like, oh, I'm kind of done. And also, I hate Flint. So,
Also, I
as he
hate
should.
Flint.
As
Yeah.
he should.
Fair enough.
Who likes Flint? Not even Brennan Offman.
Ty Dellandrea.
He did like
Ty
that.
Dellandrea on show about me like, it's not that bad. Right? He was like, yeah, I feel like Flint gets a bit of a bad rep. It's really not that bad there. Like,
Not
Ty.
that bad. Owner gets ended.
Ty, it is very bad there. Okay.
Yeah. And Otter's only thriving now because it's literally the Flint Brennan Offman.
Yeah.
He has 40 points on the next closest player.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We love to see it. But yeah, anyways, the Spirit, they get the first overall pick. Happy for them. But I've heard rumblings that they may not choose Misa, which is so interesting.
Yeah, because who else is there?
Because so there are a couple other guys at the top of like this year's class, like the 2024 draft eligible guys. I know a name that has been popping up is Malcolm Spence.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's relation to Jordan, by the way. I don't know. Maybe.
Possibly. Who knows? Hockey is
Possibly.
weird.
No, probably. They're all related somehow.
Yeah.
But I've heard that he's a really good player and that there is consideration, like whether or not you'd be choosing between the two. Because a lot of teams actually, I'm pretty sure, don't think Misa's exceptional status rank was like deserved. Only because of his like OHL Cup. Like,
Yeah.
you get it, right? So,
But like
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it shakes out.
Joe Valeno got exceptional status. Like,
that was a little bit different, but like, yeah.
Yeah, but
and the Steel were also going to try and poach him.
Yeah. Which is a very
So-
Chicago thing to do, by the way.
Which is so Chicago. It's so Chicago. Poaching every good eligible player.
And like, good for them, honestly.
Good for them. They must have a great program for them to like
They do.
to do what they do. But yeah, I think they still pick Misa. But like it'd be intriguing to see what would happen.
One sec.
If
My parents are screaming.
yeah. So Misa will probably still go first overall, but I'd be curious to see like what would happen if he didn't. You know, like what would it look like for an exceptional status player not to go first overall?
Yeah. And who would look bad there? I'm curious who they would put, I guess, like the blame on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would they?
I'm trying to think. Did Belina go first overall his year?
Honestly, probably.
UMJHL. He's the only one, right? He did go first overall.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Sean Day. He's the other one from the OHL. Did he go first overall? Because he was the other one that people like. Team Canada was like. I mean, the CHL was low-key worried about being like poached. Because obviously, we love that. We love the CHL for that. He was not drafted first overall.
He was
Sean Day
fourth.
was drafted fourth.
What, 20?
But like still, like yeah. It wasn't yeah, I'm curious to see what would happen with them. Because like the recent like past
Okay,
like,
but he was drafted fourth because he had Travis Konechny and Dylan Strome in his draft.
Okay, that's true.
So
Like I'm just thinking like the past two at least, like exceptional status guys, they were right to get exceptional status. Right. Funny joke. Like, they should have given it to Wright. They should have given it to Bedard. So like,
Yeah, that was.
hopefully they were right to give it to Misa too.
Yeah.
They should have also given it to Matt, but like, we've already had this argument before. I've already talked about how Matt should have gotten exceptional status his first year.
Yeah.
Like his 15-year-old year to play the whole season. But you know what? That's fine. Is Matt salty about it? Absolutely not.
Matt doesn't care. For some reason.
Him not getting exceptional status is the reason him and Connor are now besties.
Yeah.
So it all worked out. But yeah. And then we have the OHL coaches poll coming out. I'm pretty sure some of the WHL awards came out too.
Yeah.
But like they have like a weird different nomination system. So it's not really like a poll. It's more like something else. Obviously we have like we just have a lot of stuff. But I'll run through like some of the important stuff. Most improved in the Eastern Conference. Number 1, Luca Del Belbaluz.
DVB. We love him.
We love him. Smartest player in the East. Brant Clark and Shane Wright tied for number 1. Brant Clark, who can't even use the right your, probably.
Bro.
I don't know if he can.
Okay, look. On ice IQ and off ice IQ are two very different things. Also, Brant grew up in the Ottawa education system, okay? I think we can give him a pass.
And in the West, smartest player, Wyatt Johnston. I'm not surprised. Then we have, in second place, the best playmaker in the East, Shane Wright.
Yeah.
West is all right. Oh, Wyatt Johnston. Wyatt Johnston is winning everything. Ever. Most dangerous in the goal area, Brendan Othman in the West, Mason McTavish in the East.
Wyatt, best skater in the West.
Best shot in the West, Brendan Othman, as he should.
And in the East, it's Mason. And then in the West, best stick handler is also Wyatt. What a surprise.
Brant Clark in the East voted 3rd. And then, is there anything else that's important? Shots Shane didn't get voted for face-offs.
Ethan Del Mastro, best penalty killer in the East.
Ethan Del Mastro, my beloved. But I shouldn't say that. I have friends who know him. I have friends who know him. And it's like, yeah, chill, like, you know I like him, like, as a hockey player and, like, as a person, but, like, also I don't want his number. No, thank you.
No.
I was offered his number.
Wait, what, really?
I was offered his number, and I did not want it.
That'd be so awkward. What would you even say? Like,
hi, I really like your hockey skills. Skills with a Z.
Brent got voted best offensive defenseman in the East.
Yeah.
Because, of course, he
obviously, Brant. Come on. Shocked. I was gonna say shocked. Jack Thompson didn't get voted for something. He did. 3rd best offensive defenseman in the West.
Yeah.
Which is a lie, obviously. Defensive defenseman Ethan Del Mastro. West defensive defenseman Ryan O'Rourke. Imagine if we could have had those guys as a pair.
We could have if Hockey Canada wasn't stupid.
Yeah, although I don't think Delhi would have made it anyways. I want Carson Corson so bad. Listen, I am going to talk about Carson Corson every single day until we get it. Every single podcast, I'm going to find a way to bring it up. Because I need that pair so bad. Shootout, Shane Wright voted 2nd. Brochu voted best shootout goalie in the West. And yeah, pretty much it for the coaches poll. Not much to say there. We'll link it in the description below if you guys want to see like the rest of the names. And yeah, now moving on to the CHL playoffs, which are so fun so far actually. Aside from like a couple of things.
I got attached to the 67s, and, well, It's not going well.
I mean, low-key kind of catch the goals. Like, I don't know, they just have vibes, you know? And I'm so torn, like, with the Steelheads, because they're playing the Steelheads in the first round, and I'm like, but I like both of you. How do you do this to me? You know? And I love the fonts, too.
Yeah.
Obviously. But in the WHL first, obviously, we have our Winnipeg Ice. Up 2-0 on Prince Albert, as they should be. I don't even know if Aussie's playing. Aussie might be injured. Let's hope not.
Right.
Then we have somehow the Saskatoon Blades made it in. Somehow. They suck, but they're against the Moose Jaw Warriors. Moose Jaw's up 2-0 on them. Edmonton and Lethbridge. Edmonton is obviously up 2-0 on them. Because obviously. And Brandon and Red Deer are tied 2-2. Or sorry, 1-1, I guess.
Yeah.
I said 2-2. That doesn't make any sense. Everett and Vancouver are tied 1-1. Seattle is obviously kicking Kelowna's ass right now. And Kamloops is up 2-0 on the Spokane Chiefs. And the Portland Winterhawks are up 2-0 on the Prince George Cougars. And so everything's pretty much going according to plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait. Can't wait if, like, in the conference championship, we have the Oil Kings and the Ice.
Oh my god.
Gross. Caden Gooley, could you just stop being good?
Caden Gooley just stop being good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be ideal.
Yeah. Obviously, we have Ice as our, like, big main pick. I'm also rooting for the Oil Kings. But yeah, I don't really know if you guys have any other teams that you like.
Not in the WHL, no.
Ari, no? You honestly should, though. You live out west, Ari. You can't be choosing OHL teams to like.
Ari's a Team Canada fan, okay? I think we've established.
I've been liking the Silvertips, but I don't know. Just because, like, Olin, and then there's Ronan. There's some other dude I kind of vibe with. I can't remember his name, but I don't know. I just think
other dude I vibe with. I can't remember his name. I love that. Love that for you. Olin is out though, which is so sad. But like, yeah, Olin and Ronan, they're so good.
Yeah.
Low key, Oil Kings are like the bandwagon team, but like they are a deserved bandwagon. So get on the bandwagon.
I like their vibes.
Yeah, their vibes are so good. Like, Jake Neighbors is significantly less scary when he is an Edmonton Oil King and not a St. Louis Blue.
Oh, yeah.
St. Louis Blue Jake Neighbors never existed, okay?
He's gonna exist next week. Next year, I mean.
Don't care.
He was not the vibe.
He was not a vibe.
Yeah. You know what else is not a vibe? The OHL.
Oh, God.
I'm just so conflicted on every series at this moment. Ari, do you have your OHL team that you've, like, chosen, that you've adopted? Like, you've adopted Harvard?
No, not yet. I have to see, I think.
I've adopted the 67th, but I don't know anyone on the roster. We don't talk about it.
Vincenz Lorenz.
I know him from Top Prospects.
Yeah, from Top Prospects. So obviously we first have the Windsor Spitfires. They're up 2-0 on the Sarnia Sting, as they should. How did Sarnia even get here?
I don't know.
They're Ben Gaudreau. Then we have London and Kitchener. London is up 2-1 in the series. Kitchener won the first game, but London came back in the last two. The Flint Brennan Offmans and Owen Sound Attack. They are tied 1-1. Honestly, Ari, if you want an OHL team to like low-key bandwagon just for like one player, gotta be Flint.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna like Otter's gonna beat up on Owen Sound Attack, probably. And like you don't really have to like the rest of the team. Because they suck.
Because they don't do anything anyway, so like.
Yeah, you can just like Brennan and be like, yeah, I'm a Flint fan. You know?
We'll see. I mean, it is the Brennan Firebird, so
Yeah.
I was kind of getting to the Greyhounds, but like I don't know. For two players once
You
again.
should, for Rory and JT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rory Cairns is also on
True.
the Two Greyhounds. He has a Showbound episode. You gotta listen to it. Showbound has just had literally everyone on.
Everybody except for Shane Wright.
Shane ghosted them. That's why. Okay? Don't you remember the episode where they were like, yeah, Shane like ghosted us. He's too
Shane
busy.
would do it. No, see, Shane probably didn't even do it on purpose. He probably like just didn't see the message.
Yeah. He probably feels bad. Typical Shane. I'm still waiting for the day they somehow miraculously get Owen on.
Yeah.
Through Raph's best friend knowing dating his older sister.
That's so neat. Like, why do we?
It's so Ontario, it hurts.
Oh my god, yeah. But they've had boards on, and like they've had Duker on. How?
God, they gotta get Briss.
They gotta get Briss. How could they not get Briss at this point?
Yeah. The fact that they've had boards and haven't gotten Briss, like, doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll do a joint episode one day this summer.
Maybe.
One day this summer. They gotta get Kent on.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to get Connor on. I'd be like ecstatic if they found a way to get Connor on.
Through Otter.
Although he'd be super boring. Super boring.
No, he wouldn't. They wouldn't. Carsey would.
Him and KJ together. More joint episodes.
Carsey will squeeze every last ounce of personality out of him.
Yeah, he somehow squeezed some personality out of Brayden.
Exactly.
So maybe it'll happen.
We got Pow and Fetch from the Brayden episode. So like
we did get Pow and Fetch from the Brayden episode. And Pow is an iconic nickname. Best Owen nickname.
Best Owen nickname.
We've gone through this hierarchy.
Yeah.
Already. But best Owen nickname, for sure. Yeah, I guess back to the
OHL playoffs.
We have the Sioux Greyhounds, who we were just talking about, versus the Guelph Storm. The Sioux Greyhounds are actually up 2 games to nothing on the Guelph Storm, which is interesting because Guelph is really good.
Yeah, but they don't have Jack Thompson
and Ryan O'Rourke. Are they on the same pair? I hope they are.
I hope they are.
I love it. They're like besties, right? Like
that would be so iconic.
I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, what if I just like made like a lineup of all the boys who are besties from like the GTA?
Oh my god, that'd be so good.
That'd be like an amazing World Juniors team.
You know what? No, you know what we need to do? We need to make one of those like connection boards.
No, I tried. Don't. You think there aren't that many? You think there aren't that many, but then you suddenly realize that Devin Levi knows Thomas Bordeleau, and you have an epiphany that this is not going to work.
I saw someone on TikTok has like a Grey's Anatomy hookup board where they've connected people through hookups. It's impressive, but also kind of scary.
I'll just say this: the Hughes brothers, center of the universe.
Center of the universe. Oh my god.
Center of the hockey universe.
Because they are the 3 generations, right? You've got Quinn, you know, Josh Norris, Brady Tkachuk, like all of those guys. And you've got Jack, who knows all of like the 2000s-ish, you know. And then you've got Luke, who knows all of like the young guys, like the guys getting drafted this year, the guys that got drafted last year. It's
not like fair.
And they know all the Canadian guys and all of the Americans as well. So it's like... Yeah.
I'm just remembering the time that Brant Clark told us that him and his brother used to skate with Jack and Luke.
I hate it so much.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I hate Toronto. End story. And then back to the OHL playoffs. We keep getting distracted. We have Hamilton and the Petes. So Mason versus the old team, pretty much. Hamilton's up 1-0. North Bay versus Ottawa. North Bay's up 2-0.
We don't talk about it.
Rip. Sorry, cat.
No, you want to know what happened in the last game? So it was tied, right? And then Ottawa had a power play in the last 3 minutes. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then they didn't score on the power play, right? And then the guy that was in the penalty box jumped out of the penalty box, got a breakout pass and went on a breakaway and scored with 15 seconds left in the game.
Love it.
I was so pissed off.
Then we have Kingston, Oshawa. Kingston is up 2-0, and then Mississauga and Barrie, aka my beloveds, going up against each other. It's 1-1.
They're playing right now, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I saw the photos. I don't even know. It's probably gonna be. They went to overtime the past 2 games, so I'm just gonna assume they're going to overtime again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although in sad news, Matt Sepwell, which I mentioned it. Matt is injured. The photo of him clinging to Connor, guys.
It's stuck in my brain and I hate it.
It straight up got me. Ari, how did you feel when you saw that? I know because you kind of had a moment about it in the chat.
Oh yeah, I cried. It was so sad. I hate it. I was not okay.
I'm just worried his draft stock's gonna fall.
Oh, I know.
He's probably gonna get Caulfielded, and I'm like, no. Or Peyton. You can call it the Caulfield. You can call it the Peyton Krebs.
No, it's gonna be a combo of both, though.
Yeah, because he's short and injured. He's short and injured. He's gonna fall to 20-something, and I'm just gonna cry. It's whoever ends up getting him is gonna be so lucky. I don't know. I just think about that photo of him and Connor. I saw also I posted a photo of him jumping into the glass, and his girlfriend called him a glass licker. No one is laughing at this glass licker comment? It's true.
It's the hockey player thing. It's a very hockey player thing to say.
His girlfriend said that, not Matt.
Yeah, but you spend enough time with hockey players,
Yeah. I mean, we do also have boards and Briss, commenting.
What? I don't know what's going on between.
Weird stuff on each other's pages all the time. Mine? Heart? Anyone?
It's.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're either extremely not subtle or just stupid.
I think they're extremely not subtle. There's something. There's something there. I don't say what, but there's something there that's not entirely. It's bestie content.
Yeah, it's giving. I can't say what it's giving because
it's giving bestie vibes.
Yeah,
but Owen and Kent bestie vibes.
Yeah,
okay? That's how I can best describe it. Maybe a level above.
Yeah,
even.
Cause Owen and Kent are not as.
No, they're not.
They're not as out there.
Well, I would say they're not as obvious, but then Owen did low key say, "I call him every day, multiple."
You know, it gives us. Okay, this is another F1 reference that nobody's gonna understand. But the other day in a press conference, this one guy called his teammate. He was like, "Yeah, he is kind of boyfriend or girlfriend." Yeah, no, a guy legit said that. But obviously English isn't his first language, so you can't know if but it's giving those vibes.
Giving a little bit of this. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for OHL, WHL playoff stuff. Obviously, we have the QMJHL too. They start their playoffs soon. They end on May 1st. the regular season, and then the playoffs start May 3rd, which is actually it's not that bad. Like the WHL and OHL teams will get like maybe like a 2-week break in which they will have the combine. So it'll be pretty much fine, I think, for like Mem Cup, which will be really good. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to finally see what Mem Cup actually is. But I feel like I don't understand the tournament.
I don't know. I watched it a couple years ago when Spitfires won in like 2016 because it was on Sportsnet and I had nothing else to do. I don't know.
Yeah, PSN's good market.
Yeah, it's like it's the winner of the 3 leagues and then the host city, and they play tournament style.
Yeah, tournament style. Okay. Then we have an NHL prospect update. A couple of signings to announce. Sharks signed Strauss Mann. We love that.
Yes.
They got Boards a friend.
They got Boardsy a friend. It makes me so happy.
They all have a friend now, except for Maddie.
Except for Maddie. Rip Maddie.
Rip Maddie. Everyone's gonna say Owen doesn't have friends. Yes, he does.
Owen has
Sabres, if not.
Yeah. Briss is also kind of like
Briss has Boards.
But Boards isn't always gonna be there though.
Yes, he is, Kat. But like, he has Kaden Korczak. He'll be fine.
You think Kaden is still traumatized from World Juniors though?
No, I think Kaden got over it. I don't think Kaden blames Briss.
No, but
I don't think I think the most if we're ranking most traumatized from World Juniors, we have Dylan Cousins. Top of the list. I'm not joking.
I know that's the
top of the list.
I'm
Bowen Byram. Dylan Cousins, Bowen Byram. You can interchange them. And everyone else. No. Dylan Cousins, Bowen Byram, Devin Levi, everyone else.
And then I feel like Jamie wasn't traumatized, but Jamie is like the one that still has to
live with the guy who reminds him about it.
He's not traumatized, but he's like a bit traumatized, but he hasn't had like a proper like when you're like traumatized or something.
The wound has been opened so much that he's now immune to it.
Yeah, like when you get traumatized, you're supposed to like avoid triggering that trauma. Jamie has had that trauma triggered on a daily basis since World Juniors.
Exactly. So like he's fine. Yeah, I definitely think it's Dylan, then Bowen, then Devin, then Fetz, then Krabs, then everyone else.
See, all of the the ones where it was like their last year.
They're kind of like Fetz is still looking for his revenge. Although Rip, he's super injured, so.
Oh, Rip Fetz. I feel so bad. At least he got his.
I hope he gets an honorary medal.
Yeah. At least he got his world medal, so.
Yeah. Revenge. That was his revenge.
I feel the world medal was more redemption than revenge, you know?
True. It was redemption. Yeah. I agree with that. Anyways, back to the signings. Leafs signed McKay. Whatever. Didn't deserve the Hobie.
Leafs signed him.
Until Devin lights him on fire.
Only the Leafs would do that.
Only the Leafs. The Red Wings signed Edmondson, which is really big. We like him. He is like Moritz Seider pre-Moritz Seidering.
Yeah.
Like he is like what Moritz Seider was the year that Craig Button ranked him above Cole Caulfield.
We don't talk about that. We can
talk about it. Yeah. But he's really good. Ethan Del Mastro signs with the Hawks. Yes, we love.
Wish it wasn't the Hawks, but
I mean, what can you do? 13. At least he has Nolan Allen there, his best friend in the entire world. I learned that.
Yeah.
Like this week. Then we have finally the big thing. Owen Power, Nick Blankenburg, Thomas Bordeleau. They all score their first NHL goal. Thank Kent is feeling so left.
Rip Kent, honestly.
Is he gonna score before the end of the year?
He has to. It's
I don't know
Kent.
if he will. I don't know how many games they have.
How many games
Like
do
3,
they have
maybe
left?
2 or 3. Oh, I hope he scores.
Kent will score because he has to score because it's Kent.
Because I say so. I'll just say that even if Kent doesn't score, I'm still super proud of him.
Yeah.
My baby. My baby, even though Columbus Socials literally doesn't care about him at all.
We get nothing from them.
No. Do you know how many games they have left?
I'm checking right now. Loading.
I know the Sabres have 2.
I think it's 3.
I think it's 3. Yeah. 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember Owen looking great. Getting his first goal. Sabres play tomorrow. Tomorrow's a really important day for the Buffalo Sabres because Vegas. We were going to talk about Vegas, but do we have anything more to say on
Columbus has 3 games left.
Yeah. So 3 games for Kent to get his first goal. Not impossible. Him being set up by Silly though, because they're on the same line now.
Yeah, they are.
Which I love because it's Silly and Kent. Anyways, we are going to talk about Vegas now really quickly because Thomas Borrello just ended their entire season with his shootout goal. It was so good. It was perfection. Literally perfection.
It was boards at his finest.
Yeah. Ari, what do you have to say about this? Bordy's goal.
I was so excited. I made this list where I was like saying who was gonna make their goals or whatever. And that afternoon, yesterday, he made the goal yesterday. Yeah, I said, "Oh, Bordy's gonna make his goal next," and he did it, and I was so happy. I cried. I screamed.
Yeah. Did we also cry and scream because Vegas was eliminated?
Oh yeah, I did.
Almost eliminated. They're at like what 11% to make the playoffs now.
It's low.
Thank you, Bordy.
We love it, Bordy.
And the fact that like Vegas, like with 2 minutes left, they were up 4-2, and they just choked.
It's such a Vegas thing to do.
For the Sharks.
Never been more thankful for the Sharks. Literally the way everyone was cheering for the Sharks that game. Like all the Kings fans, all the Dallas fans, like everyone was just cheering for them.
Yeah, everybody just hates Vegas so much. I love it.
I was reading an article about how like Timo Meyer, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna do everything in our power for the Vegas Golden Knights to lose," and they did, and it was amazing.
And Timo like scored the goal like with like less than a second left to like send it to overtime. And like the fact, Vegas had a power play in overtime. Like I don't think people realized that they had a power play in overtime, and I think they had gone like 1 for 1 on the power play that night. And like, man, you couldn't score. Jack Eichel, whole lot of nothing, and then Bort just ends it so beautifully with his friend in attendance. With Britt in attendance.
Yeah.
Obviously. I wonder what that was like if Britt was cheering for the Golden Knights or if he was cheering for Boards.
I think he cheered for Boards.
Yeah. In my heart of hearts, I think he cheered for Boards.
He like cheered for Boards but didn't cheer for Boards. You know, like he cheered for Boards but he didn't like show it.
Yeah, he didn't show
but he did.
But he did. He cheered for Boards. And I'm just like, yeah. And like, we gotta talk about Vegas. They're awful. They freaking. Did you see what they did to Robin Leonard? Poor Robin Leonard. Like,
I feel so bad.
This guy told them he was gonna have season-ending surgery because he felt humiliated by the coach. Because he pulled him pretty much like after the first period, after only letting in 1 goal, he pulled him for the other goalie. And so he was like, okay, I'm having season-ending surgery. And then Vegas convinces him to play backup, to warm up, and play on his injured body for warm up, to back up the other goalie that night, yesterday. And now he's having season-ending surgery again. Like,
I don't know.
Vegas was like, oh, cap implications. We can do it because like something about the cap. And it's like bullshit. You just wanted to mess with it. Awful, awful organization. I'm so glad they're going down. I can't wait for them for this summer to realize that they have no cap space to sign free agents and they have no roster space, and then they have to trade Brisk and Evgeny Dadonov.
And they have no draft picks.
And they don't have the first round draft pick. Like, it's amazing what can happen.
It's so beautiful.
And all their guys are aging out of their primes. Like, they're not a young team anymore. Like, I'm just so happy about the downfall of the Vegas Golden Knights.
We sound like such bad people. We like saying like, oh, we're so happy this team is having the absolute worst time of their lives. I feel bad for one person on that team, and it's Logan Thompson, because he looked so sad yesterday. I feel bad for certain people on the team, for sure, but like...
Oh, I can't wait for the Jack Eichel presser if they don't make the playoffs. I can't wait. I feel like evil, but I'm like, oh, he's going to say some stuff about the organization, and I'm just like, oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be pissed, and I will love it.
So mad.
And it won't be the Sabres for once. Maybe it's the Sabres fan in me that's like, oh, revenge. Is that bad?
No.
I mean, alright, you hate the Vegas Golden Knights too, right? As like a fan of like the California teams.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they're the Kings, but like 10 times worse.
You like the Kings.
I know, but like before when I didn't like the Kings.
I feel like, okay, here's the thing though. There's a difference between disliking a team because they've done something and disliking a team because they're just naturally rivals, right? It's like I dislike Michigan State because they're rivals, right? But I dislike Minnesota because I think, like, it's different.
Yeah, it's a different type of hatred.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the Wild because the Wild are like the Jets, like, enemies. Like, they never play well against them, and they just kind of suck, in my opinion. But like Vegas, I hate with like a deep hatred. Like, I don't know where it comes from, but I'm just like, oh yeah.
I think part of it has to be with that they treat their players like so bad.
Oh my god.
And people still want to sign there.
People want to sign there because of the city, though, because it's Vegas.
Yeah, I don't hate the city. I'm just like, oh, like
the team makes me want to
the Golden Knights.
Just
like, they bring out something in me that I like despise, and I love it. I'm just like, I like. Low-key, I just want evil things to happen to that organization.
Yeah.
They treat their players so badly. It's like, oh, please suck. Please suck so you can realize for once what other teams go through, and so that you start treating your players well. Like, please. Yeah. I don't know. I just hate the Golden Knights, guys. I think everyone does.
I know.
You see the meme of, like, all the players in, like, a circle together and doing, like, the NHL hockey Twitter when it comes to rooting against the Golden Knights.
Everybody just hates Vegas, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna all support the Stars tomorrow.
Sure.
When they can eliminate Vegas in regulation.
Yes.
If they win regulation. And I personally can't wait. Love it. Okay. That is the end of our episode today. Kept it pretty short and sweet, actually. Not for us. Usually we go like 2 hours.
Short for us.
Short for us.
Remember when we had 1 hour episodes during the summer?
I remember that. Anyways, that's it for us this week. We will update you guys next week on the end of U18, what happens in the playoff race, and who we think should get the first overall pick. And we're probably gonna do another Craigslist episode.
And hopefully Kent has scored his first goal by then.
Yeah, we hope